Craig, Betfred Challenge Cup third round action on Friday, a trip to Warrington. I can imagine you'll have had a nice weekend off despite the fact that with no game you'll have wanted to be out there with the lads.
Yes, it's disappointing to have that weekend off so early on in the season, particularly after two back-to-back victories. It's I know we can't pick and choose when we have our weekends off, but having it on week two of the season is not ideal. But it's been it's been nice for for the lads to have some time away with the families for that weekend. But it's back to hard work this week for a tough test on Friday night.
I can imagine, as you say there, nice to have some time off. It's been a tough start, but a rewarding start with two wins in the first two games of the season. You must be pleased with the start that we have made, especially against Whitehaven.
Yeah, definitely. I think more pleased with the attitude rather than the connectivity in attack. It's a little bit scratchy at times, but the attitude towards defence and the application that they've got for working hard for each other and defending their own goal line at times. And I mentioned in the last interview, I conceded 2 tries this season in both games and no tries in the second half, which is pleasing. It just shows that the fitness and the conditioning has been there throughout that pre-season that we've done. So it's going to be a different challenge this week against Warrington, but hopefully it's something that we can take and build on to our league campaign after that.
With this trip to Warrington on Friday, as I say, their season's yet to start in the Super League, but what are you expecting Warrington to bring this week?
Tough physicality, speed, real aggressive pack, outside edges that have got some speed and agility about them, and obviously world-class halfbacks as well. So you look for some weaknesses in their team, and there's not too many. So it's going to be great for our guys to pit their wits against them and see where they are in relation to their game.
It's going to be a completely different game to the one that obviously we got against Whitehaven. So just how beneficial are these early games, kind of learning how what we're going to go up against this year?
Yeah, massively so. We're probably not going to come up against as good a team as Warrington this year. You wouldn't have thought in the Championship. So it's great to see where we are. We think we're in a half decent position at this moment in time with the new squad that we've got. We're still a long way off where we need to be, but I think with the progress that we've made since day one of pre-season to where we are now, and to have 2 wins on the board and we're not particularly clicking as yet, it's a really good position to be in. But we're playing against, like I say, a world-class Warrington side, and it's going to be great to see where we are as individuals, where we are as a collective group, to see where we need to improve and do better.
Unchanged in the first 2 outings, same 17. As I say, a long season ahead. The players on the fringes that'll be knocking at the door. But as I say, with that game now coming up on Friday, just how much of a great opportunity is it for, again, everyone to cement their place in the team?
Yeah, it is. And like I said previously, I'm always one that wants to reward people if they're playing well and the team's winning. It's really important then players keep the shirts and the value and the respect of them shirts. It's not something I want to give away just for the sake of it, and people have got to earn them shirts to get in. There will be at least one change this week. Jack Buss is going to be out for a few weeks. He got a bicep injury in that first game of the season. The first cup game of the season. So it's disappointing for Jack to be out, but it gives an opportunity now for somebody else to come in and stake their claim to stay on that 17.